I hope we'll have some clarity on this. Right, and at the moment with us, our very dear old friend, a man we are really proud of, the man who has been the voice of the voiceless, who's fought for just about everybody and is still fighting, Godfrey Pimenta. Advocate Godfrey Pimenta, very good evening to you, sir.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
How are you, sir?
All well, sir.
So, how did the candlelight march go, sir?
Sir, the candlelight march was a huge success in a sense. More than 200 local residents participated. That shows
overwhelming
response to the cluster development.
जी, माथरपखाड़ी के बारे में हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं. सिर्फ दो ही ये हेरिटेज विलेजेस बचे हैं अभी इस वक्त मुंबई में. एक माथरपखाड़ी और दूसरा कोटाचीवाड़ी, और दोनों के ऊपर बिल्डर्स की नज़र है. कोटाचीवाड़ी का तो मतलब तकरीबन जहाँ तक मैं समझता हूँ क्रियाक्रम हो गया है. माथरपखाड़ी बची हुई है अभी और गॉडफ्रे साहब उसको बजाने में लगे हैं. तो सर, where do we stand now since we met last? Has anything progressed? If you could just brief us a little bit.
Sir, I would just like to brief you about the
please go ahead.
Which have happened subsequent to the march we had.
Yes, please.
We had a closed door meeting with the local residents to strategize as to how we take this process forward, because a lot of historians also have joined this movement, like Mr. I don't recollect the name of the this woman who had been participating in this walkthrough in the area, showing the foreigners and the lot of students about heritage angle of this entire area. Now, if you see this, sir, the majority of the population is the aged population.
Yes.
Because some of their children have, migrated abroad, but the senior citizens are putting a spirited fight because there is a lot of emotional attachment to the structures. They have grown over, not only the East Indians, sir. I met few Bora residents also. Now you can see it is a close-knit community. In fact, the heritage cross in this particular area is maintained by one local Bora gentleman who has undertaken a lot of renovation of this cross over the years. So it is like there is a lot of attachment. Sentiments are attached, not only the heritage structures but also the structures of the Holy Cross, etc. there. So the thing is, now the government is hell-bent. We do not know as to how the state government and the BMC has categorized this as a Mhada locality, because under regulation 33(9), they have categorized this under Mhada locality, which is not. This is not the Mhada locality. So the fraud is seen there only, that the complicity of the state government and the BMC is direct involvement.
Godfrey sir, when we had that earlier program on this, we got a lot of comments from those people saying that this is not a heritage structure and this has not been given that, you can say, cluster development. Who has declared this cluster development? This is wrong news. It should not be. And what they were saying, that there's already towers existing out there. There are already towers existing out there. So how can you say that towers should not come? How much truth in that, Godfrey sir?
Sir, it is the record that speaks. There is a heritage list published by the state government along with the BMC. If you scan through the list, it is notified heritage precinct. Not only that, sir, if you take the latest development plan 2034 of the Mumbai Municipal Corporation, which has been approved and sanctioned by the
Can we take a look at what's happening over there while Mr. Godfrey is speaking? Can we take a look at what's happening over there, please? Along with Godfrey Saab can give us a description of what's really happening. Please go ahead, sir. Please go ahead, Godfrey. Yeah.
So the not only the heritage regulation notification, the entire area has also been demarcated on the development plan of Mumbai as heritage precinct. So the record speaks for itself. It is not that the towers which have been come in and around this locality, we are trying to unearth the details. The lot of things are under the carpet. Once we enter into this domain, we'll ensure that everything is comes out totally in black and white, so the people of Mumbai know what is happening and how the state government is hand in glove with the developers lobby in this city.
So they, Godfrey Saab, have we? Another accusation was, when the comments coming from there was that most of the residents are not staying here, and so जो भी कर रहे हैं outside. So how do you? Because as you said, most of the बच्चे जो हैं already देश के बाहर है. Most of them, and the senior citizens are there. But the comments that we got from people from there, they said nobody is staying there. Most of the people have already left this place. Is it any truth in that, Godfrey sir?
Sir, absolutely no. These are all the comments which are coming from the people with a vested interest. All the residents you see, 99% of the crowd which was there was the local residents. Only a handful of about 20 of us, maybe we were from the 10 of us maybe from Watchdog Foundation, and few others from Bombay East Indian Association had joined this protest march, silent march. So it is totally false accusation, and all the residents can be identified in this video clip that they are the local residents. None of them are outsiders.
And Godfrey sir, there was one particular gentleman who was very, very disturbed at whatever we had shown. Everybody else had supported. 99% of the people who commented, they all supported you. They all supported whatever it is you are doing. And in fact, they praised us also. Thank you so much for the fact that we are showing this. In fact, we're the only channel to show it. There was one particular gentleman who kept asking again and again, why don't you want people to progress? Why do you want to keep these people in abject poverty and so on and so forth? Could you throw some light on that, sir, please?
Sir, the builder has given a very lucrative offer of amount ranging from 1.5 to not only to the landlords, but maybe to the tenants as well who are occupying some of the properties. These are the accusations or something, statements coming from the tenants who wish to have a proper, modern, ultra-modern house. They don't want to, they have no love for the heritage structures, and therefore this kind of demands are coming from the people who are not the owners. They are the tenants having a vested interest that not only they will get a bigger and better home, but also get some cash. And that's the reason they are trying to, oppose this kind of candle march or the protest which is happening.
Yes, I agree with you. But in terms of the church, could you describe that church a little bit for all of our viewers? Because there's a heritage church also there. There's a lovely little church, and then there's a lovely festival which takes place every year in that same area. It's really beautiful. Could you tell us?
Cross which is there in the heart of this Mhatarpakhadi.
Yes.
Is more than about 200-year-old cross.
Yes.
And the tradition is that every year during the month of October, the rosary is recited. In the month of May also, similar rosary is done. Now we are entering the festive season shortly by December, and you will see that by middle of December, the entire area will have a kind of a festive look.
Yes.
Not only that, sir, there is one particular family which has donated its house to the local church, and the local church has converted part of that house as a chapel there. So the people who are finding it difficult to go to the church, local church, their rosary church, our daily meeting in this chapel. There is a priest who comes there, they recite prayers and all that, and all the senior citizens are well pleased with this kind of development. So people in this family could have handed over this what you call their house, heritage house, to a developer, but they thought to preserve this structure, and therefore they handed over to the church so that its heritage identity is maintained.
So what do people have to say about you and other people like you coming over there and kind of organizing the protest?
Not only that, the entire local residents thank. We were there for almost more than 2 hours. Not a single person left till the entire program was concluded with the speeches given by myself, Nicholas Almeida, Advocate Vivian D'Souza, Kamla Korshena, one of the activists also had joined. Then the historian Anahita Pandole also spoke on the heritage angle. So there is a lot of support coming across. Now people do not want that we are anti-development, sir. We are not anti-development. We want to preserve the heritage. Now these are the last bastions in the city. If you destroy this kind of what the future generations see, what was the kind of Mumbai, they will miss this.
I don't think anybody cares. I don't think the bureaucrats over here and anybody else cares about what you're talking about, because all of this is very close to our heart. Godfrey Saab, very close to our heart. There's Pradeep in mine and yours.
The problem is the majority of the bureaucrats come outside Mumbai.
That's right. So they don't really know about Mumbai or Bombay as it used to be, or Mazgaon, what Mazgaon is, really and truly speaking. It's one of the most beautiful areas of Mumbai. Actually, Pradeep, I don't know whether you've been there. I'm sure you have. But actually, I'm sure Godfrey will bear me out. This actually looks like an old Devanand film. Let me tell you this. You actually feel as if you have come on an old Raj Kapoor or Devanand film set. And it's real. It is so beautiful, the entire place, that you don't feel like coming back. Ji, Pradeep ji, aap kuch pooch rahe the
Godfrey ji, we are worried. Now, you told us last time that land, many of these land owners are the governments. The government is the landowner, the collector is the government owner, various agencies of the government are owners of these land. Now, the only thought that comes to the mind that overnight the NOC will be obtained from these agencies, government agencies.
By the builder.
And then suddenly you will find, because just last week, we just covered one program in Prabhat Colony, Santa Cruz East, where one 60, not so old, but who was residents from 60 years there, all evicted just overnight in 48 hours notice. We don't want, such things to happen. We are very scared about such things or some activities that happens. We saw it and we went and covered it, and people were out there on the streets, house broken, house demolished, things out. We don't want that. So how are you going to tackle that particular problem where the government and the government agencies are owner of the land where this Mhatarpakhadi is concerned?
Sir, if at all there is a right to redevelop, the first right of refusal is with the landowners who have got the lease. They will decide for themselves that what is my right if I want to develop this area in an orderly manner so that the heritage sanctity of this area is maintained. At the same time, development happens, Sir, now as you mentioned, there are a lot of skyscrapers come in and around that locality.
Yes.
I personally saw, because before entering this area, I personally saw there is a 30-40 story building standing close to this already a congested area. There is no parking, there is hardly any open space. Even the fire brigade will find it difficult to enter this kind of a locality. And this is a totally lopsided development. People don't bother about the amenities. Now, if you go any part of any other cities elsewhere, there are enough open spaces kept in and around building. But here in Mumbai is like choking. The buildings have sprung up like, we are trying to emulate the Hong Kong type, kind of skyscrapers here in a very, very congested locality. At least in Hong Kong, they have a skyscrapers with proper gardens and lot of other amenities, which are all amenities lacking in this kind of skyscrapers. The government's only sole motive is to hand over the land parcel on platter and make the policies in such a manner, relax the policies. I am told now this is a heritage grade 3 structure. Now the government is even trying to relax the redevelopment of heritage grade 2. This government does not care of heritage. Tomorrow they will hand over the ancient caves also for redevelopment if there is a will.
So, ancient caves, and on top of that you build the building. That's what the 30 floors built.
But I tell you what, Godfrey Saab, actually speaking, a set of architects and town planners of course are the most important over here, could actually come out with an innovative solution to keep the heritage structure of the entire place and at the same time develop it. It can be done. I mean, they just have to apply their mind and they have to have the intent. Godfrey Saab.
No, you are right. Unless and until we don't involve the stakeholders,
Yes.
like the local residents, the architect, the urban planners, into this kind of scheme to retain the heritage of the city.
Yes.
If the bureaucrats themselves decide what is the kind of development they want, then God save this city.
But as you said very rightly, Godfrey Saab, most of the bureaucrats are from outside Mumbai or from outside even Maharashtra. They don't even know the culture of Maharashtra or Mumbai. They are here for 2.5 years, 3 years. They cause havoc and they just leave. They are not concerned. Let's be very clear. Godfrey Saab, बताएं इसके बारे में कुछ.
Yes, sir, absolutely. The bureaucrats are become a handmaiden of the concerned ministers here. They are here to advise and find newer ways of exploiting this city, and this city has been exploited to the maximum. And day by day, the standard of living of this city is falling. The time will come, as rightly predicted by the municipal commissioner himself, but 2050 the city will be underwater. Instead of thinking of future thinking, climate action plan, etc., reducing the pollution, you are adding more and more development and trying to create more pollution, more load on the infrastructure. There is no enough water, sanitation, garbage disposal. We have all those issues. We are trying to just implementing more and more projects and trying to make more money out of it.
Well, they see everybody sees an opportunity even in a dying city. That's what happens.
Mumbai has become a milking cow for the politicians and the bureaucrats.
Pradeep ji, aap kuch
No,
bolo, please.
the lease agreements, it ends when? Because all these hectic activities start, when they see that lease agreements are probably coming to an end. When are the lease agreements ending here, Godfrey Saab?
Sir, we have just prepared some applications. We'll be filing. We'll ferret out the complete information under the RTI Act, because the complicity of the collector office also cannot be. There are lands, freehold lands, what you call leasehold lands have been converted freehold land. We will unearth all this. Once the watchdog takes the issue, sir, we will go to the bottom of this, and lot of it will open a Pandora's box, and will expose the people who are behind this.
No, you must have given your applications. That march was there for everybody. We can see it on the screen. There was huge participation. People flocked, and the local residents seems to be a lot of senior citizens out there. They are 100% from the same locality itself, and they have protested. You can see the old houses there. Godfrey Saab, jo candlelight march kiya, and you have given a representation to whom? Have you given it to the CM, Deputy CM, or you have given it to the government authorities?
We have not. This was just the beginning, just to highlight the issue. the issue has been highlighted by Hindustan Times, the Free Press Journal, and your channel has been good enough to have this second program. So we are trying to highlight the issue, circulate on the social media, create an awareness. Also, what you call, take the local people into confidence, and they are all out to support. Today also there were a couple of people who came to my office. We discussed the way forward, and I'm guiding them at every step. I cannot disclose on this forum because it has got a wider reach. So we are holding those cards to our chest, and we'll open up as and when the appropriate time comes.
Right, Godfrey, thank you very much. It's been a great
Not only
pleasure,
that,
as always, talking to you.
Not only that, there is a PIL which is pending in Bombay High Court,
Okay.
and this is a Gautam within the meaning of the Maharashtra Land Revenue Code. There is already an order in the PIL in favor of saving the Gautams. They cannot do anything without following due process of law, and will ensure that the law of the land is implemented in letter and spirit.
Wonderful. Godfrey sir, keep up the great work. We're always with you. And I think the heritage of the city needs to be preserved. We're not against development, as you said very, very clearly. You're not against development, but the development has to be with the active cooperation and help, and for the betterment of the stakeholders. That is the most important point.
And last time we got a huge response, people
Yes.
supporting your campaign,
That's
huge.
right, they did.
Overwhelmingly, people have been supporting your campaign. That's a great thing to see.
And we got responses from all over the world, not just from Mumbai.
Yes, yes.
I think anybody who's lived in Mumbai must have seen this program, and they would have said, hey, how can we help? So you got a lot of people rooting for you, Godfrey. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Namaskar. Thank you.
Namaskar.
Well, I really admire this man. He's at it, irrespective of all the trouble that he has gone through, irrespective of, even though the odds look absolutely overwhelming. Like right now, for example, in the Mhatarpakhadi case, I'm not very hopeful, very frankly speaking, because it's a 99-year-old lease. If the 99-year-old lease is over, well, that's it.
And
Have a nice day. There's nothing very much that anybody can do.
With the current government.
And it all depends upon the money. Now, it all depends upon how long can these senior citizens resist all the offers which are being made to them, and why should they? That's also there, because they see, their neighbors just across the road, say 1 kilometer away or 2 kilometers away, who have become multimillionaires, who have become crorepati's, and they used to live in houses exactly their own, and they themselves are being forced to look after these houses, repair these bungalows. And by the way, they cost an arm and a leg to keep them the way they are. So it's all very well that we are looking after the heritage of the city. But at the same time, you want the heritage of the city. The government and the BMC should provide various incentives, including a lump sum, a corpus for these areas, so that they can be maintained properly, so that the people are very well looked after. That is my opinion, and has been my opinion right from day one. Otherwise, we'll only have buildings over there. That's what's going to happen.
Mumbai is actually something that we need to talk and protect, because right now the way it is breaking all its seams from all sides. The infrastructure is near collapse. You got water scarcities. You got BMC municipal issues.
And
you got drainage issues. You got
and you got water contamination.
Bilkul, sir. I mean,
and it's terrible.
It's a big challenge, not only for the BMC.
And what you showed the other day in Santa Cruz East, that pathetic story still continues. It's so awful that in this day and age, people who have lived in houses for 60 years have just been thrown out with a 48-hour notice. And their houses have been demolished right in front of their eyes, and they're right now on the road with all their belongings. They've got nowhere to go, which is awful. In my personal opinion, that
and people who had an area of 700 carpet or 800 carpet gets 225 carpet. I mean, that's
225, and that too in God knows where, in the back of beyond. And nobody cares. That's the whole point. In this city, no one cares. I hope that's not true. और वो भी प्रदीप जी, दिवाली के पहले, दिवाली आने वाली है साहब, क्या दिवाली मनेगी इन लोगों को?
कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता दिवाली के त्योहार।
मतलब आपने
आप ऑर्डर लेके आए, बुलडोजर लेके आए, तोड़ दिए। कोई मतलब नहीं है। बारिश के सीजन में हमने देखा कि किस प्रकार से बैंड्रा वेस्ट में डेमोलिशन चल रहा था।
और यहाँ पर दिवाली के पहले आप लोगों ने लोगों के घर उजाड़ दिए। मतलब
Every area has its own story.
I hope
nobody seems to be concerned.
I hope God is watching, and everybody gets their just desserts. I personally believe it. Lots of you don't, but I do. Right, and that's just about it for this show. आज के show में सिर्फ इतना ही. चलते I think we have a few responses. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Please like and share if you want to. But do please subscribe to the channel. And we have some responses that we've got, and do respond to the channel. जरा comment जरूर भेजें. Can we take a look, please, at some of the comments which have come? मूर्खो, राहुल गांधी एक आम आदमी है. रिचनेस या फेमस इधर वैल्यू नहीं होती. नरेंद्र मोदी जी भारत का प्रधानमंत्री है. ये ऐसा मिलजुल के नाटक नहीं कर सकते. सिक्योरिटी का मामला है, समझो. सुनीता राव जी ने कहा. सुनीता राव 6976 मतलब के प्रधानमंत्री जी बाहर क्यों नहीं जाते, उसके ऊपर एक था, which is quite true. By the way, he is the prime minister. You don't expect him.
No, I think meeting the people.
Yes, that's
directly.
it. Sheikh Fareed Saab, country needs change in leadership. That I think was in response to our friend Mr. Asif Faruqi, who joined us from London. Sheikh Fareed 3525. Oh, Mr. Owaisi is, Mr. Faruqi has got a lot of response. Yes, Rahul Gandhi is right. Owaisi was given a lot of hate speeches against Hindus. He helped BJP to win elections. M. Venugopal 4894. Do we have any more, or is that the... Oh, we do, okay. Right, this is, I think, from Meenal Jain. The writers Ganesha 37. The very fact that the Dramebazi CM avoids answering ED shows he has a lot to hide. Coward who is afraid to face the law. That's what he says. Obviously, he doesn't like Mr. Kejriwal. Real corrupted are free. Writers are being haunted by BJP. I'm sure he meant hunted. Joy P. Matthew 9298. Unless he really meant haunted. I'm not sure. Maybe BJP is a ghost. Is that it? Oh, one more for Kejriwal. And this is Sadashiv Bhai 8637. Okay, now onwards, no corrupt need to appear before ED, no criminal before CBI police, and I think they need not appear before the court. This shameless corrupt Kejriwal, calling himself highly educated, should know the rule of law. Well,
yeah, but people
one
are
thing is
responding.
there, Pradeep ji, one thing is there, Mr. Kejriwal does draw a lot of response.
Yes.
For and against. Of course, this time it was
He is,
completely
as
against.
all the political pundits call this, real street fighter.
Yes.
He'll fight them.
Yes, he'll fight them. And I think he thrives on opposition. My own personal opinion is, केजरीवाल जी को इंडिया अलायंस का साथ छोड़ना चाहिए, अकेले लड़ना चाहिए. आज तक आम आदमी पार्टी जो बढ़ी है वो अकेले बढ़ी है. इंडिया अलायंस में आकर के उनका कोई फायदा नहीं हुआ है. उनको ये लग रहा था कि जहाँ तक पार्लियामेंट में जो ऑर्डिनेंस का सवाल है वो राज्यसभा में डिफीट हो जाएगा, वो भी नहीं हुआ. इनको ये लग रहा था कि अगर ये इंडिया अलायंस के कोalition के हिस्से होंगे तो शायद भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेतृत्व वाली सरकार जो केंद्र में है वो इनके खिलाफ बाकी एजेंसीज का इस्तेमाल नहीं करेगी, वो भी नहीं हुआ. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है प्रदीप जी कि अरविंद केजरीवाल और आम आदमी पार्टी जब अकेले लड़ते हैं, एकला चलो रे, जब अकेले लड़ते हैं तो जबरदस्त तरीके से उनको सफलता मिलती.
That's the only way they can survive and prosper. Because right now, if you are with India Alliance, you are going to get dissolved in the India Alliance.
That's right.
You're going to be finished. And that's exactly what is happening.
That is exactly what will happen to Mr. Arvind Kejriwal.
Na khuda mila, na visale sanam. Na idhar ke rahe.
ना इधर के रहे ना उधर के रहे, बस that's it. All right, that's just about it for tonight's show. आज के show में सिर्फ इतना ही. And do please send in your responses. Do tell us what you think of our show. Try and keep the comments respectable, but it's fine. I mean, I'm sure people love expressing themselves, and you can make the language.
This bunch of comments that you read was really, I mean, people were debating it out.
Yes, that was nice.
It was a nice debate, actually.
That's right, and I really would love to know, especially with regard to what Godfrey Pimenta Sahab had to say. I really would love to know, would you like to preserve all these quaint little villages which are still there in Mumbai? Or do you think those people deserve to get, say, 1.5 crores, 2 crores and get on with their lives? Because we are condemning them to a life, stuck in a particular thing because we love that place. सीधी बात है, क्योंकि हम लोगों को ऐसी जगह से मोहब्बत है तो इसलिए हम चाहते हैं कि वहाँ पे और इस किस्म की डेवलपमेंट ना हो, बड़ी बड़ी इमारतें ना बने, बड़ी बड़ी बिल्डिंग ना बने। हम खुद जो हैं ऐसी बिल्डिंग में रहते हैं और चाहते हैं कि दूसरे लोग ना रहें। तो इसके ऊपर डिबेट हो सकती है। आप लोग क्या समझते हैं इसके बारे में ज़रूर लिखें। प्लीज़ डू सेंड योर कमेंट्स, वन विल लव टू रीड देम आउट राइट ओवर हियर। दैट्स इट, दैट्स ऑल वी गॉट फॉर यू इन टुनाइट शो ऑन नेशन नाउ। नेशन नाउ की तरफ से, नेशन नाउ की पूरी टीम की तरफ से आप सब लोगों को नमस्कार। जय हिंद, जय महाराष्ट्र, जय भवानी, जय शिवाजी, वंदे मातरम।
Vande Mataram.